Good morning, good morning, good morning. It is time to rise and receive. And today we are going to talk about the unknown, our relationship to the unknown and uncertainty. So if you struggle, which most of us do, with uncertainty, and we are certainly in a time and space in the world where there's no illusion of certainty. I mean, there never actually is. We never know what's going to happen from moment to moment, but we kind of live sort of numbed out to that most of the time. But since current events have opened up a whole new reality, we can't even live under the illusion of certainty. Okay, so now our relationship to the unknown, our relationship to uncertainty is really up for us. And so I'm really looking forward to talking about this with you, really unpacking it a little bit, giving you maybe some new ways of looking at it, and connecting some dots about what our relationship with the unknown has to do with unlearning struggle and receiving your fulfillment with greater and greater ease. So if you don't know me, my name is Sonia Miller. I'm a speaker, coach, and best-selling author. And Rise and Receive is your 10-minute morning send-off, which is designed to support you in starting off your day ready to receive what you most want by unlearning struggle. So what we do here is every morning, Monday through Friday, 9:30 a.m. Pacific time, I will come to you with my tea or coffee, usually, and pull one card from the Receive card deck that I've developed, read it. There will be a receiving principle to explore, unpack it a little bit, and then send you off on your day with a willingness mantra. And a willingness mantra is a type of affirmation that activates the power of invitation. Invitation is supremely powerful because what it does is that draws to you, it invites, it magnetizes more or better than what you could ever know with the mind. Okay? Receiving is rooted in the feminine model of power and manifestation, which is much less familiar to us than the masculine model of power and manifestation, because that's the world that we've been living in. And the masculine model that is based in the hunter energy, again, these are energies, not gender or sex related, but energies or qualities. The hunter plans and aims on the horizon for what it can see and what it knows. Okay. The feminine, however, invites beyond what it knows because it's based in essence and feeling. Okay, so that's how we can invite things that feel like miracles and things manifest in unexpected ways with greater and greater ease as we realize how we learned our struggle and how to unlearn it. So with that, today's card is Soothe Your Need to Know. Soothe your need to know. So I invite you to sit back, let these words wash over you. Let them go beyond the mind, just take them in. Okay, let it just kind of come into your experience, into your awareness. You can always come back and re-listen to this if you want to, all right? Soothe your need to know. You can relate to the unknown with fear and distress, or you can relate to the unknown with wonder and curiosity. When you try to soothe your fear and distress about the unknown by attempting to know something you cannot know, you will struggle. Your mind will think, if I can only figure this out, if I can find the right answer, if I could look into a crystal ball and see the future, then I'd be safe. But because the unknown is unknowable, your struggle will persist, and your capacity to receive will be limited to what your mind can know. At best, you will be comforted by Plan A, Plan B, and Plan C survival scenarios. At worst, you will continue to struggle with fear and distress. However, you can choose to relate to the unknown with wonder and curious expectancy. When you remind yourself that what you know is a minuscule part of life and that unknowable forces keep life going in intimate and expansive ways, your lungs breathe without you knowing, Your heart beats without your knowing. The trees clean your air without your knowing. The sun shines its life force upon our planet without your knowing. As you remind yourself of this, your mind can remember that there is great kindness in the unknown. The unknown is unknowable. So how you feel about it will never change with more information. Because by definition, your mind can never know the unknowable. You can, however, open your heart to the unknown. As you become willing to practice being open and receptive to what life offers you, the battle of trying to control the uncontrollable starts to soften, and the infinite possibilities that live in the unknown reveal themselves. So, soothing your need to know. With that, I'm going to offer you your willingness mantra for the day. Take it with you, practice it, think it, say it, breathe it, especially whenever you notice that you're struggling with uncertainty or struggling with the unknown. Okay, so here it is. I am willing to prefer the unknown because what I know is limited at best. What a concept, huh? Preferring the unknown. I am willing to prefer the unknown because what I know is limited at best. So take that with you. And with that, what I'd like to do is unpack this a little bit more and give you a little bit more food for thought about our relationship with the unknown. So with this, what we are doing is we are soothing our need to know, soothing, okay? And there's actually deeper layers of soothing. Willingness mantras begin to soothe at the level of the mind because that's really where all struggle begins. Struggle begins in the mind. So we begin with our awareness of our struggle, and we become willing to direct our awareness away from the thing that we're struggling with to a willingness for a new possibility. So the willingness mantra soothes at the level of the mind. Okay. However, there's a whole other layer of vulnerability that exists. And the vulnerability is beyond the mind. It's something we experience in our bodies. It's something that is connected to our nervous system. It is very connected to our survival instinct at the animal level. Okay. So when it comes to this feeling of vulnerability, you can say affirmations all day long, but your mind can't talk you into feeling differently. So we begin with the mind, we soothe with the power of our awareness, and then we come into our bodies. Okay? And one of the most important and powerful concepts you can practice around this is the understanding that when you feel vulnerable and you try to address the feeling with the mind will try to solve it. The mind looks at all feelings as problems to solve. As a matter of fact, the mind looks at everything through the lens of problem. What problem can I solve? It's always solving problems. Okay, that's what it does. And so if you try to view your feelings, or if the mind is viewing your feelings as a problem to solve, it actually makes things worse because it's a form of resistance. What's happening is you're resisting your feeling by trying to solve it with your mind. So, some of you have heard what you resist persists. Well, the extension of that statement is what you accept, what you receive, what you honor, or let be here can transform. So when you notice that you're feeling vulnerable in relationship to the unknown or the unknowable, practice taking a breath that brings your awareness from the head to the body. I'm struggling with the unknown. I feel vulnerable. That's what we feel when we don't know. Okay. Now you're in your body. And then you can remind your body, you can tell yourself, let it be here. Simply let the vulnerability be here. It's a feeling. It's a sensation. Our mind will make it into a threat, but it is literally simply a sensation. And when you let the sensation be here and you breathe into it and you give it space, simply, I feel vulnerable. Let that be here. The struggle will soften. And what happens is, as that softens and you let go of the battle, it opens up a space to receive new possibilities that are comforting, that are soothing, that are reassuring, and allows your thinking mind now, as you start to calm down, to access the creative functions of your brain, not just the survival aspects of the brain. Okay? So there is some soothing, some nurturing, some wisdom, I hope, that you can take into your life as you soothe your need to know and as you relate to the unknown, the unknowable, and uncertainty. This is like a muscle that we get to strengthen because, as I said, we never know what's going to happen, but now more than ever, we're faced with that truth. So as you practice relating to the unknown in a way that soothes you and comforts you, you unlearn struggle and you expand in your capacity to receive. Because truly, as you let that rest through these practices, a space opens up and you literally can receive more or better in ways that are expected and unexpected. Okay? So I hope this was helpful. I hope that sends you off into your Friday and into your weekend, really ready to receive your fulfillment with greater and greater ease. Have a great weekend, and I will see you Monday, 9:30 a.m. Pacific time for the next Rise and Receive. Bye, everybody.